Yeah, Shake Shack teaming up exclusively with Uber this week for in-app delivery of its really good burgers and fried chicken sandwiches. But we talked to Garudi about why this deal was so important to the company.
It's been a heck of a year for all of us, right? And you go back a year ago, this was really the week, obviously, for all of us where things changed very quickly. A year ago, our business was 20% digital, 80% in person. Overnight, that flipped, became 80% digital and 20% in person. Today, we're about 20% digital. And what we've learned is we have been known forever as the Shake Shack experience, right? Coming together in the park, wherever you are, in Shanghai, in Dubai, all these places around the world. And when that has been taken away from us, we've learned very quickly that we want to give our guests more and more tools to add convenience to that experience. And when we come back in person and in New York and in the great cities of America and the world, we are super excited to give that full Shack experience, but to add all these convenient tools. And more, what we've learned is that our guests, our team members are loving the Shack Track experience, which is all the ways that digitally you can now engage with us, pre-order, and get rid of all that friction that we used to have. And the next phase of this has been our own app and delivery through the app. Brian, 2 million new guests in the last year. 2 million. That's a lot for a company our size. Have been new and added to our app and our digital channels. And we're up 3.5 times on our digital sales in the last year. So it's a pretty exciting momentum, and we've got a lot to do, but today's the next step.
And Randy, urban locations of Shake Shack are the ones that are really struggling throughout this pandemic versus suburban locations. So, how exactly are you and your team thinking about the store footprint and what might the next generation of those shacks look like?
Well, we're really excited. We're leaning into all of it. We believe urban restaurants and centers are going to come back and come back really strong. We know we have a long way to go in that, right? This year, that will probably take some time, but we'll come back. New York, the great cities of America are going to come back. We're actually opening a restaurant in Bryant Park in the heart of Midtown next week. And that's how much we believe in the urban renaissance. That said, we've learned a lot in our suburban shacks, and we have a lot of new formats. This Shack Track idea for us has been adding accessibility. More than 70 of our shacks now have a curbside pickup option where you don't have to get out of your car. We're building shacks where you can actually drive up to a window, grab your food, or walk up to a window. And we're actually at the end of the year going to build our first ever drive-throughs. And we're committing to a big learning there as well. So everything about it is towards giving our guests the opportunity to control their experience. However you want your Shack, we'll get it to you. You want to hang out with us? You want to bring it home? You want to pick it up and go? You want to drive through? Or now you want to deliver it through the Shack app? We got your back. And that's what Shake Shack's always been about, is hospitality, being on your side. And if you think about the way restaurants need to evolve, technology should be the greatest opportunity to provide new hospitality and new forms of it. So we're super excited about this and, suburbs, urban, and just getting back at it.
Randy, it's Julie here, and I have sort of an anecdotal question for you, I guess, through my experiences with Shake Shack as somebody who's had urban and now suburban experiences. A jargon word comes to mind when I think of Shake Shack, which is throughput. Because you talk about hospitality, you talk about the quality of the food, but to your point earlier, you talked about the friction sometimes that occurs at a Shake Shack. It can feel like you guys have not perfected that throughput experience, getting the stuff to the consumers in the most effective and efficient way. Where are you just in terms of the functioning inside the store and how you can improve that experience? Because part of the allure of Shake Shack as well is that maybe it does take a little bit longer to get your food done because it's supposed to, you guys have sort of a tradition of taking a little more care with that.
Yeah, Julia, first of all, you said it exactly right. We have never been accused of being the fastest. Every time someone says fast food, we kind of say we're not the fastest and we're never going to be. We're going to try to be the best, and we're going to cook to order. We're going to spin shakes. We're going to do things with premium, no hormone, no antibiotic ingredients. That takes time. It takes full hands, full hearts of our team members, and we'll never be the fastest, and we don't want to be. We want you to know you got to wait a little bit. That said, of course, what these new tools allow us to do is get that process going a little faster for you. So let's take myself. I haven't ordered with a human being at Shake Shack in a couple of years, right? Because now I can take out my phone, I can pre-order, I can see things in a little different way. And by the way, I can take my time and order it on my time. And I can tell you, okay, I'm going to be there at 1 o'clock today. Boom, pick it up. And when I get there, hopefully it's ready. So when you think about the legacy friction in restaurants, it's really the ordering and pickup experience. We want to make that easy so that the dining and the being there experience is good. And we'll still take our time because we're going to remain, the anti-fast food kind of vision here, even as we try to figure out all these new formats. It's a lot of work for us. We'll get better at it, but we'll never be the fastest.
And Jen, what has been the fastest is Shake Shack shares. Despite pressure in their urban markets, which is a key market for them, shares of Shake Shack are up 265% in the past year. Hence, you have started to see some sell ratings creep up on the street, just citing valuation. But the street has been positioning in Shake Shack to think that the recovery this year in urban markets post-vaccine could be very, very big.
Wow, Brian, that was a really painful interview to watch at 12:40.
Life is tough, Jen. Life is tough.
I can't. I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry right now.